Class is in session. The Brofessor is in. What's happening, y'all? Brains and zombies. We got Cody Rhodes, the Endless Nightmare, 6-star bronze character preview. Let's bro. So he is a chaotic, modern era super dead superstar. As a coach, he has purple gems do 30% more damage and silence gem do 60% more damage, making him a new zombie, Stone Cold Steve Austin type of coach that immediately comes to mind. But there are others with him. Same zombie link as before, 20% health. Disappointing that there's not a new version of that with this year's zombies and just the single gear so far. In terms of the strap, right now we're going to start with a Titan, and we'll come back to change that in a little bit. We're going to use the sub first off, so we're going to put on a rarer plate, the Seal of the Acolytes, increasing all of our gem damage by 50%. So you can see sort of what the maximum damage you can do having some a little bit rarer plates on there. We're going to put some Fury 2s, except for that is not a Fury 2. That's a Takedown 2. We'll change that one. Fury 2, then this one's going to do 160%, and we will go find ourselves a Fury 2 to throw onto here. Let's actually take a much better Fury 2 that actually, which one does red and black, red, black, red gem damage. You look like the winner of today's game. And we'll add 26% more gem damage. Now we got 2 full sets of the Fury 2s. All right, let's go check out the move sets, and we're going to run with them. So our first move set that we're going to use is we're going to start off with the end of the Rhodes, and it's a finisher, and it does 900k damage, which is pretty beefy in itself, and you're going to make 38 blast gems into red gems. The reanimated slam, it's going to deal 180k damage and increase your red gem damage by 75% for 1 turn. And this is where I think it would be, it's a cool idea, but I haven't seen it yet in practice, is that if your health goes below 75%, you become more powerful. You'll deal another 180k and add another 175% more damage on your turn. So this is a great, unfortunately, turn 2, turn 3 situation. You have to get smacked first before you actually get the benefit of using that. Last but not least, we'll throw in the other red move, the Disarmed. We're going to generate submission gems for 3 turns. The remaining ones are going to turn into blast gems that we're going to blow up with the finisher. In terms of our entourage, we are going to start with double red MP to get this all going on turn 1. And then whatever blast gem, red gem, any other type of damage that you can throw on the back end, you can put here. So I've put Bischoff here for now. The other thing that we can do is we can actually use this month's free character whenever you get him high enough. Damian Priest, this will allow you then to get 30% more red gem damage and 60% more blast gem damage made specifically for this character. All right, let's go take him on the road. We're going to go face Volter, also known as Gunter. The Ring General Gunter. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to put down the Disarmed. You are going to make this your 3 turns. Hopefully he doesn't blow up the majority of the board. This is the danger of them having cascades. So hopefully you have at least 30 and they're all around. The other danger is that if you get pinned, you might actually have to blow up the board in order to get out of the pin. So 75% more damage is what we're getting now. Hit the blast gems. And you can see that did 2.5 million with the red gem buff. Did about 6 million. And he has a way to, wow, that was quite the cascade. And he kicks out. If they do kick out, then you can do the same thing over again. And I think you're going to see it because I actually don't have a lot of pin bar over here to work with. After this, if he gets a good cascade here and pins me. Oh, he did not. If he did get a good cascade and pin me, then I would have had to blow up the board, most likely. But we don't have to worry about that. Another big blast, another 2.5 million there. And then we blow up the board, all of it turning red and blast, and that does another 5 million. So at 6-star bronze, 5 million. At 6-star silver, that's going to do about 10 million for the finisher, which is, you know, in the 6-star silver gem damage era. Not the greatest, but this is probably the easiest of his movesets to use. All right, let's go check out another one. For our next moveset, we are just going to bring in the other sub, the rotating corpse lock. And this one is going to make red gems, which is going to load up our other 2 moves. And it just takes a while to do this one because you have to use both subs before you can use the finisher because you need the blast gems. So not particularly a fan of it, but it's one that you can use. We will start with yellow MP having more, yellow submission move having more for the trainers. As far as the coaches go, we can leave those the same, and I will. But you can also put in more sub damage if you want to. You can also put in more sub or more move damage for the finisher. It's entirely up to you what it is that you want to buff on this, because you have sub, gem, and move damage that are all going to do a significant chunk. So it's entirely up to you what you want to use. If you do have yourselves a Gremlin's Ear, let's see if we can find the Gremlin's Ear with all of this. It is somewhere here. Ba-ba-da-bow. So if you do use the Gremlin's Ear, then anytime we do this, we are going to make 100% more damage for red or blue gems, because the sub does not allow us to proc the Titan plate, so we're not able to use that. But the Gremlin's Ears allows us to get a little bit of extra damage each time we do a sub for 2 more turns. So basically, turn 1, we are going to make ourselves at least a couple of... We don't need to put that one there. We can put that one there. We can put that one there, that one there, and that one there. That's good. Get all of our red gems on the board. So the first sub is over. And now our red gems should be they're hitting 70k. We'll put these ones down that are going to turn into blast gems everywhere. And now we are looking at 100k per red gem, 2.5 million on the finisher, blow up the board, fill up all of our moves, and that does, with the finisher damage, that does a little over 6 million. He's unable to kick out. So that's how you can use the double sub to an effective win right there. If you have to do it a second time through, you should be able to be refilled. So, all right, let's go check out the final moveset. All right, so let's check out the new and improved moveset. So the reanimated slam, whenever you hit this 180k damage and increase your gem damage by 175% for 1 turn. And then if your health, it is a hardcore move, goes below 75%, then you will increase your red damage by an additional 175%. So he gets stronger as he gets weaker. So you are going to have to take a hit in order to get that 350% bonus. We're then going to put the bite. It's going to deal 134k, make 38 random gems into blast gems. And the end of the Rhodes is going to deal 900k damage, make 38 blast into red gems. Entourage-wise, for this one, we're going to go double MP, so red and yellow to start. We're going to put on the new Zombie Damian Priest. So red gems do 30, blast gems do an additional 60, and then we'll add some more red gem damage with Stacy on the back end. Last but not least, we are going to put in a Titan plate. So whenever we make 8 or more blasts, we're going to get 200% gem damage for 2 turns. I am out of currency. All right, well, I'm going to have to go get some currency and try this again. But we'll go to the match right now. So Titan plate in, we can now test out this move. So come feud time, you're not going to have this move, the end of the Rhodes. Charge, the most you'll have it at is 7. So we're going to hit the boost. We're going to put the blast gems on the board. And here's where you're going to find the ultimate problem with him. We only have 2 yellow gems on the board. So we're not going to be able to reload our gems. So we hit for 4.8 million. He's going to kick out. And as promised, we're stuck getting a hit, and we have to hope for some yellow gems. We just have to take swipes until that happens. And now it does happen. Our luck has changed. And so because of that, we've lost. If in a good build, you would be able to get the Titan plate to go off 2 times, which equals then 400% extra damage when you do these back-to-back. The fact that we couldn't do it back-to-back is going to show for much less of a hit, but this is probably more likely what's going to happen. Because this time, as you can see, we only have 2 reds on the board. So this is going to reload our blast gems. It is not going to reload our red gems. Oh, it is going to reload because we have the finisher going this time. My apologies. So we'll actually be able to reload those, but not... Well, the yellows we got have a nice match. So that hit for 10 million that second time around. So you can see that it definitely has its flaws, but it can hit very hard. And in fact, when done back to back, this has hit for 15 million the second cycle on through. All right, so we got one last video here. We're going to put in the corpse cutter, and this is going to make a 7x2 area into 1 turn countdown gems that are going to make 4 into random X breaks. The bite, which is going to make the 38 random blast gems we've already seen, and then the unearth power slam, which is also going to choose 6 to make into multiplies of 7. So there's lots of ways that you can mess around with this one. This is what I've sort of stuck to at the moment, but we can play around with this later to see what works. But you are going to need a double MP trainer to make this work, along with Santa Hogan on the back end. And it's this right here that you can play around with. I found that this did the best in the testing, but still more tests need to be done with it. And the other thing is that this is a great defensive build. By putting on this Dead Man Sigil on here, you'll be able to blow up a little bit more of the board and the multiply gems. And if you do have an extra JD plate, then that will mean you don't get hit and you are able to survive multiple turns. Without it, I would not recommend this moveset. It will require you to get hurt. You'll go up against people that will get you hurt. So basically, you're going to put down these gems on the board anywhere you like that you will not then get them destroyed as much as possible. Well, that worked out actually pretty well. All of these are going to go off. Basically, what's going to happen is your opponent is going to hit, and now we can make these into blast gems. You can put a Titan plate on as well to get some extra more damage up on there. And last but not least, boom, and now we can put our multiply gems on the board, and you just hit wherever you want to hit, and you smack, and that did 3.8 million. But the thing about that is your opponent is, unless they get a cascade like that in a 5 match, aren't really going to be able to do much against you, because you will be immediately able to put down these gems, which means they're going to lose their turn. And then we'll throw things down on the board again afterwards. Put our multiply gems down. Putting them on red is the call, because red is your color. And then blow up the board. It will hit harder with a Titan plate. I'm not sure why I put the Dead Man Sigil on anymore, but sometimes we do some weird things in our lives. So that's Cody Rhodes. Let me know what you think in the comments. Give it the old like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for coming to class today. Brofessor.